Yeah. And the friend zone comes into play, don't it? You know, because you catch feelings, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
catching a cold, and it's like
yeah.
a bad cold, you know, and
Catch feelings. Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, yeah. So you catch it. It's like a bad cold, and you just have to wait for it to sort of leave the body or something, or not leave the body. What's that word? You just have to wait for it to fizzle out,
yeah.
for a cold. Because sometimes when you catch a real cold, sometimes there's not much you can do about it. You just have to wait for it.
No,
Wait it out, don't it? You can, you go to the doctors and they say you got a cold. What you're doing here, just go home, drink some water, drink lots of fluid. That's what they say, you know. So I
but
wonder
there's
what.
no cure, is there? There's
No,
no cure for the
yeah,
cold, which
yeah,
is strange, really.
yeah. So if you do catch feelings and you go to the doctors, what do you think they're going to prescribe for you? Yeah.
Well, it's difficult, but I mean, are you basing these questions on an experience,
Right.
where
Okay.
you've wondered what someone thinks of you, or you
Right.
wonder what
Okay.
you think of them?
Right. Okay. So, yeah, I think it's in. I think it's okay to share that. Because I there's somebody that I've known since I think it was since after the pandemic. I can't remember if it was during the
Right.
pandemic or after the pandemic. And it was
Yeah.
somebody that I met on, well, not met, but somebody that added me on Facebook. So somebody added me
Right.
randomly. She was of the same religion with me. So, she felt it was all right. I felt it was all right as well, because I consider her my sister in the Lord. And
Yeah.
and as such, so but I think I might have given her too much room to play. So she started by texting to say, oh, I'm just checking to see if you're okay. What's your schedule for today? I don't like sharing
Mm.
what I'm doing, it's all right.
No.
Yeah. So I'd just say something like, yeah, well, I've got some work to do, and I've got to do this or that, just vaguely. And she was nice at first. She was very nice at first. She would ask me if it's all right to ring because she wanted to talk to me
Mm.
about something. And I think, well, what could you possibly want to talk to me about? And I
It
know,
sounds like you were putting her off a bit.
well, I was trying to because I didn't want to lead her on, if you know what I mean.
No, of course.
Yeah, I,
No,
I didn't want to lead her
no.
on. I felt like Um, and she got me on a soft spot, actually. She got my soft spot. And it was the fact that I hope she doesn't watch this, but anyway, because it's still ongoing. And she is terminally ill. Terminally.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So I just couldn't bring myself to say, listen,
No.
I don't want to keep talking to you all the time, you know.
Yeah.
And so I allowed that. I allowed her to get too close, really. And
Yeah. Yeah.
and when
Very difficult.
yeah, and when I started saying to her, I said, right, listen, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And she goes, why? I
Mm.
have to give her a reason. I said, I don't have to give you a reason. I'm telling you, it's not gonna work. You're just gonna get heartbroken, and I'm trying to save you the stress. And she just cleverly bypassed that by saying, you know what? I'm not looking for a relationship with you. I just need somebody to talk to because I'm going through a hard time.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh, all right. All right. I'll be the nice person.
Yeah, and it's a difficult one, isn't it,
It
really?
is.
Because you
It
don't
is.
want to,
I
if she's
know.
terminally ill, you don't want to just sort of make her feel rejected, I suppose.
I know.
But you
So
don't still you still don't have to overcommit yourself. I think you
don't.
can
I don't.
be
This is the thing.
supportive without being always available.
yeah, I keep saying to myself, I don't have to be there all the time for you.
No,
That's not
no,
my responsibility. In as much as, I do feel for your predicament, but
yeah,
I still don't want to add to it because that I'll be adding to it. And then she'd say something like,
mm,
so. So are we okay to talk tonight? What are we talking about? She's always bringing up something like, oh, that we
mm,
need to talk about. I'm like, right, okay, I want to watch the news. I want to do this. I want to do that. Oh, and now she's no longer hiding it. She's like, you know what? She came out with it. I really, really like you. I'm like, okay, thank you. And I would like us to be. I'm like, yeah, but I told you from the start. I did say
mm.
that to you. I said we
Very
can't,
difficult.
yeah, we can't really go there. We can't.
Yeah.
We just cannot. And I cannot give you reason. I don't have to give you any reason. I'm just saying we can't. And I think I reserve the right to say that. And she was like, yeah, yeah, I know, I accept
Mm,
that. And she every time she says that she accepts that, I sort of like drop my
yeah.
guard a little bit, and then she gets closer. It's like an enemy advancing,
Yeah.
you know. It's like, here's a white flag. I'm raising my white flag, and then you say, all right.
Yeah, and as I say, it's not like an ordinary relationship in the sense. I mean, has she got long to live? You say she's
Um,
terminally ill.
you know, she's going through chemo at the moment, right? So she's going through chemo,
Right.
and the last result was really positive. Right?
Mm, good.
So last result was really positive. Um, but that's not why. That's not
No,
why I
no.
you know, the reason why I don't want to go into a relationship with her is I don't, I think she's really attractive, but I just don't connect with her, if that makes sense.
No.
I don't
Well, it does make sense. Yeah. Yeah.
emotionally, I do not connect with her,
No.
so I'm just trying to let her down in the nicest way, in the nicest way to
Mm,
say, it's not like you're not beautiful, you're gorgeous, but I still don't want to go into a relationship with you.
yeah. Yeah.
And she said something, Trevor. She said something that really got me thinking. And do you know what she said? She said to me, I can't say in the exact words because I can't remember, but she said, um, why are you being why are you being closed? Or let me see how to put it. Why are you not why are you what's that word she used? Why aren't you why don't you want to be happy? I'm like, I'm like, yeah, well, how does that relate to you? My happiness is not, it
Yeah.
has no correlation with you, I want to be happy, yeah. And she says, why are you stiffening your heart? Why aren't you just letting yourself feel loved?
Mm,
Why aren't you letting yourself feel loved? And it got me thinking, Trevor, and it got me thinking, is that, can you be close? Can you have uh, can you, can you not be open to relationship? Is it possible to not be open to being in a relationship? Because I know
well,
that I am open to being in a relationship. Just
yeah. If it's the right person, perhaps. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And that got me questioning myself to say, have I been pushing everyone else away from me? Does that make sense?
I think it is a yes, it does make sense, and I think again it comes back to what we were saying about, if you like, attraction. I mean, there's some good, channeling my poetic side.